Hello guys, this is Malak Reddy from Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering. Today we are going to discuss about user datagram protocol. And the first one is user datagram protocol. The user datagram protocol UDP is a connectionless, unreliable transport protocol. It does not add anything to the services of an IP except for providing process-to-process communication instead of host-to-host communication. UDP is a very simple protocol using a minimum of overhead. If a process wants to send a small message and does not care much about reliability, it can use UDP. It can use UDP. UDP means user datagram protocol. Sending a small message using UDP takes much less interaction between the sender and receiver. User datagram protocol like client request response server. Like for example, we have Gmail, and again also normal texting messages, and these are the UDP services. The UDP best practices: account for path conditions and transport, implement congestion control, bolster bulk transfer applications, streamline low data volume applications, secure overall network. The general services provided by UDP are process to process communication, connectionless service, flow control, error control, checksum, congestion control, and again encapsulation and decapsulation, queuing, multiplexing and demultiplexing. And the process to process communication is UDP provides process to process communication using socket addresses, a combination of IP addresses and port numbers. Connectionless services. UDP provides a connectionless service. This means that each user datagram sent by UDP is an independent datagram. There is no relationship between the different user datagrams, even if they are coming from the same source process and going to the same destination program. The user datagrams are not numbered. And the flow control UDP is very simple protocol. There is no flow control and hence no window mechanism. The receiver may overflow with incoming messages. The lack of flow controls means that the process using UDP should provide for these services if needed. And the error control. There is no error control mechanism in UDP except for the checksum. This means that sender does not have a message has been lost or duplicate. When the receiver detects an error through the checksum, this is going to is silently discarded. The lack of error control means the process UDP should provide the what the client needed. In this checksum, UDP checksum calculation includes three selections as pseudo header, the UDP header, and the data coming from the application layer. The pseudo header is the part of header of the IP packet in which the user datagram is to be encapsulated with some fields filled with zeros. Congestion control. Since UDP is a connectionless protocol, it does not provide congestion control. UDP assumes that the packets sent are small and sporadic and cannot create congestion in the network. The assumption may or may not be true today. When UDP is used for interactive real-time transfer of audio and video, encapsula- encapsulation and decapsulation. To send a message from one process to another, the UDP protocol encapsulates and decapsulates the message. Queuing. We have talked about ports without discussing the actual implementation of them. In UDP queues, queues are associated with ports. At the client side, when a process starts, it requires a port number of the operating system. Some implementations create both an incoming and an outgoing queue associated with each process. Multiplexing and demultiplexing. In a host running TCP or IP protocol, there is only one UDP, but possibly several processes that can be in the services of UDP. To handle this situation, UDP multiplexes and demultiplexes. These are the UDP applications. UDP is a suitable for a process that requires simple request and response. UDP is suitable for process with internal flown error control mechanisms. UDP is a suitable transport protocol for multicasting. UDP is used for management process such as SNMP. DP is used for some route updating protocols such as routing information protocol. These are, thank you.